it brings to the table, it's still good. I think the shard
Yeah.
will also still is very impactful in
Radiant
team
team
fights,
ban.
and we do know that if it's a
Dire
DP
team
kind of draft,
ban.
you kind of look for team fights too. So at least you have the Pangolier to kind of answer to that. But Ench, talk to me about this. Do you think that the Ench belongs in the meta right now?
I don't know. I mean,
It's good. It's
sort
good
of
for
just-
laning.
It's
great
yeah,
for
it's
laning.
okay for the lanes. Like I think one of the approaches that I was mentioning
10
earlier, right,
seconds
was
remaining.
just if you don't really know how to play the map, or
Radiant
if you
team
don't really know what to do, you know, especially since all the changes have come up, just go back to the fundamentals. You know, win the lanes, win the game. So Enchantress is sort of just one of those heroes that can help you do that. And I don't know. I mean, if you see a DP on the other side and you're not really expecting anything crazy on the other, maybe they were expecting some kind of Beastmaster pick or
10
something, just so
seconds
that
remaining.
they had the Enchantress just ready, just so that it wouldn't be
5
banned.
seconds
But
remaining.
yeah, I'm not sure what to think about the Enchantress, honestly. I think it's just definitely for the lanes.
Very
I
good
like what
laner
IMG's
right
doing.
nowadays
Radiant
because of
team
the
pick.
changes for the Nature's Tendency. Its duration is now increased for 12 from 11 to 12, and your heal per wisp was kind of reduced or quote unquote reskilled, but you have 8 wisps no matter what
Dire
happens.
team
So that's twice the number of wisps that you have
there
in
we go.
level 1. And
Radiant
there it is, the
team
Timber
pick.
Saw.
Okay. Just
I like
just
what
a hero
IMG
that's
is doing
fine
here,
versus
right?
the troll, honestly. But a Grim once
Dire
again, we
team
saw it
pick.
in the previous game. And
Storm
oh,
Spirit.
okay, very quick picks as Storm gets
Dire
picked up
team
as well.
back.
Like,
Puck.
Oh. Okay.
I'm still formulating ideas here just because the picks were so
Okay.
quick. You know, I was talking about the Timbersaw, all of a sudden there was a Grim, and then all of a sudden there was a Storm, there's a Puck. Yeah, it seems like these guys just maybe are just getting the heroes that they
10
want because of how
seconds
quickly
remaining.
they're
Yeah,
picking, you know.
that's also true. That's what I feel like. So, are
5
we still going to
seconds
see a non-mid DP point?
I,
We kind of touched upon the fact that DP apart from being mid might not be the best case.
I'm not a mid lane specialist when it comes to matchups and whatnot. You know, it kind of comes down to if you see it a lot, that's when you kind of understand it. But DP versus
Radiant team
Storm.
Dire
I don't know. I
team
guess
back.
DP is okay versus the Storm. I've seen Puck versus Storm, and that's where it kind of gets interesting. I feel like the Puck has a bit of an upper hand just because of the fact that he stays at range. You know, you right click the Storm a lot. The Storm needs to come close to the creep wave, try to harass you. You can dodge the electric. Sorry, you can dodge the attacks
remaining.
from the Storm with the phase shift and whatnot. I don't think the
5
changes to
seconds
Puck
remaining.
have made him a dead hero. I feel like maybe his early ganking is a bit weaker with the cooldown the cooldown changes on
Radiant
his
team
Waning
back.
Rift, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I think it still works the same way. You know, you still got Dream Coil. You can keep these heroes in place, and yeah, I mean, I think
Dire
Puck is very good
team
here
pick.
versus the Storm, versus the Timber, and same versus the Pangolier.
There's the PA ban. To go with the Clockwork, and which I really like. The next ban for Veteran makes a lot of sense because of the heroes that they do have, particularly the
10
Storm as well as the
seconds remaining.
Timber Saw. Those are two heroes that really benefit
5
in the
seconds
next
remaining.
ban. For Team IMG, it's now their chance to pick up probably a support, unless the DP will go 5. In that sense, they need an off lane now.
Yeah, I don't like DP5 anymore, especially since a lot of her laning aspects were
Radiant team
nerfed,
pick.
right? I think.
Bounty Hunter.
Bounty Hunter. Is this the position
Okay.
4? Because I feel like DP, while it has its laning nerf, I still feel like it can still sit in lane and do what it needs to do. With the Bounty Hunter, on the other hand, we have that hero that could go around, mess things
Drow
up for other
Ranger. You may
people.
now
and
select
a Drow
your
Ranger
heroes.
last pick
Oh.
for veteran. Very interesting. It seems like both these heroes have sort of read the patch, formulated their ideas about each of the heroes, and here we go. You know, this is the end result of that. But
Oh wow.
Still sort of trying to understand what each team wants to do. I feel like veteran, if they have a really solid laning stage, especially having this Timbersaw on the team, they could start taking towers real quick. You know, you get the creep from the Enchantress as well, the Drow Ranger that you play around, control from the Pangolier as well is not too bad. On the other side, though, you do have a Death Prophet that can still take towers really well. You still have the Troll Warlord that can go around and take towers as well. Puck, The bounty hunter can play really, really aggressive, and if you're not too careful, you have the track gold that can really ramp things up. But this being a grand final, it's kind of hard to read, honestly. I don't know which draft I prefer a bit more.
Yeah. How about you, Pao? Who do you think will take this?
I don't know. It looks like IMG. I like what IMG was doing when they were using their bans in the second phase, but you kind of see where veteran have kind of identified what the problem was on IMG, and it's just Hustler. 5 bans out of the 6 are all position 4s. Marana, Clockwork, Nyx Assassin, Tusk, Earth Spirit. So you still see a bounty hunter. I kind of like it against Drow.
Yeah.
But I think what's going to happen is that a lot of the pressure on veteran now is just to survive their early laning stage. A lot of the laners in the mid lane that's available for IMG, they do well against the storm, and it's really going to be up to the storm to get to that sort of silence timing. And if he doesn't, it's gonna be a walk for IMG.
It's still troll DP. I think IMG as well.
Yeah, all right. There's strength in the line of Team Veteran, but the panel kind of feels like the experience as well as the nature of the heroes that we see coming out from Team IMG will come through. But now, let's actually ask our casters, it's Lyrical and Nomad, what they think as we throw it to them right now.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Yeah, this is looking like it's going to be an interesting game. Hopefully a closer game than the last one, as well as we've got IMG versus Veteran on the cards. Lyrical, what are you thinking about these two teams right now?
I think that it's going to be a battle. You know, anytime you get a bounty hunter in these games, you know that there's going to be some action coming out there. And who better than Hustler? This guy to me is sort of a bit of a revelation. You know, he has looking for team in his profile, but that just means he's going to put on a hell of a show for us today here. I'm absolutely in love with this guy and his performance we've seen in some of the other big teams. I can't wait to see what he does going forward here in this game.
The battle begins.
Yeah, he's been jumping around a lot as well. We saw him in the TA DPC. I believe playing for oh my goodness, Calais. Got to be careful here. The orb is going to connect. A big mistake from him not to dodge that orb there. He had plenty of time to do so. And now he's going to lose his life.
First blood drawn and ready to go on this puck. That's, you know, this hero did receive some nerfs, but getting out to a pretty good start and against a decent matchup as well against the Storm. You know, this is one of those heroes that just causes issues the entire game. I really want to watch. I mean, it's not just because Hustler's like, you know, amazing player and all that stuff, but also playing a sort of roaming-ish position 4. I do wonder with all the map changes if maybe this is going to start coming back into fashion a bit.
Possibly, possibly. How do you think the map has adapted to allow for that?
Well, you've got some more movement here. You take a look as, well, a lot of damage there onto Kenji down bottom, but you look at this area back behind the mid towers where there's a lot more potential for movement. There's actually paths that are there. You can set up in a lot better ways than you would have been able to previously. Now, the other big question mark is going to be, you know, can he ever feel comfortable leaving this Death Prophet alone in this lane against an Enchantress Drow? And that's a tougher question, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Likely answer is no, unfortunately. I mean, he might do it anyway, just because he's a bounty hunter and he feels the need to make his presence known on the map, but I think the likely answer is no, because, I mean, this feels like a really good lane into DP. DP loves those heroes which you can just link up with the Spirit Siphon and start to bully like that. These aren't those heroes, and if you overextend a little too far in the DP, then those slows are going to really, really hurt, as we already see that happening. Multi-shot in. There come the Frost Arrows as well, slowing him down. Who dies first is the question, and it's going to be TSL who falls first, followed swiftly by Kenji, but that means Mice will be very happy with that.
Absolutely. Mice happy. Hustler gets some levels, a little bit of time to himself, which will be okay here for the moment, but definitely want to make sure that your Death Prophet gets off to a decent start. We haven't talked all that much about the top lane yet. Got Pango and the Timber Saw. Pango, I feel like, actually in some ways got, you know, a couple bonuses to him in spite of being so popular. You looked at the extra duration now that exists on Rolling Thunder. That seems pretty wild to me, even though it is less damage. Like, that disable potential that you've got, it feels like it fits even better in this position and poor concept.
Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? Like the reduction in speed, but increase in duration. I mean, I think it makes the hero much better. You have to adjust your roll times a little bit, but Panglu, he really doesn't care about how fast he's going in the Rolling Thunder that much, except Kawhi mid lane. He's gonna have to phase shift this one out. Is able to get off the bottle charge to keep himself alive, but meanwhile, Show TI is actually going to be the one falling up in the top lane to the side of the Dire.
It's your best friend with his best ability, the Inkswell, being put to use there with Bell on the troll, and they're able to find themselves the kill. Meanwhile, you take a look down bottom. There's more action being dealt damage onto that DP, but does manage to back away. Oh man, I love this. Taking the Vul Assassin on the Enchantress. This creep sucks. This is the worst one in the game. Oh my god, reducing the region that you get, which means that like Spirit Siphon, already not great against these heroes, is going to be even less relevant. They can't really solve up afterwards. Just done dead. Hustler now also trying to chase down Mice, but he can't do it. Ooh. Wait, you forgot about the Fairy Fire though. Sick stuff from Mice.
Jesus, Hustler playing with fire in the bottom lane. It's a mid. Gugu will fall. These guys, they are just going at it right now. Shirts are off, and they are fighting.
You love to see this stuff. The final sort of outcome of this bottom lane though is going to be the Death Prophet getting a little bit of me time here, where the Drow can't really come and contest. Doesn't have that much extra regen, and in fact, Mice some trouble here. Oh wait, he shared another Tango. Is that going to be done in time?
Oh no. It's about, was it a minute or 30 seconds? Which shared tangos last for?
I can't remember. If it disappears, we'll know.
We're keeping an eye on you, Mice. Looks like he's got plenty of time to use that tango. Make sure he remembers. There we go. Good stuff. Yeah. Gotta be careful with that one with the shared tangos, of course. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, there's Troll Warlord. He's going in pretty deep here, but unfortunately won't be able to get much from it. And naturally, Veteran now moving on to oh my god, these two are just kind of going at him, and they might be able to bring him down the Tim's Chain through, and they will finish the job on to the Grimstroke.
Nicely done. I think that was actually the Orb of Venom that ticked him down there from the Pango. Or maybe it was a creep wave. Regardless, very impressive showing, and that should set up for a scary situation now, right? Like this troll, it's pretty hard to stay in this lane against this Timbersaw that keeps on getting bigger and bigger. Granted, did receive a couple of nerfs, but still pretty spooky here, and just going toe-to-toe with this Bell troll. No fears at all. Oh, good cut down of the tree. Ooh, and maybe a setup for a turn?
That's really nice. I mean, the Quelling Blade usage there was fantastic, and now they get on top of the Pangolier, taken down without any difficulties at all as they turn their attention back towards this Timber. Warpton, though, can't really bring him down, unfortunately. He's got the 3 points in reactive armor. He's got himself that Soul Ring, so not very likely that he's going to fall at all here.
And while that was going on, they were trying to make a go on the Gugu as he hit his level 6. Hustler getting some good damage in with Coil use, but they couldn't find the kill. And down bottom, you can see just barely getting away the Death Prophet there. So Coil use and not able to find that kill onto Storm. Ooh, and in fact, he's going to jump onto this Huck, and Quagga's down.
He's out of here. Very nicely done from Gugu. Meanwhile, Kenji popping a dust. I guess he was worried about the bounty hunter coming to steal the rune.
Alright, that makes sense.
90 damage, and that 90 gold for a support doesn't really feel that good though.
No, it's true. I think that probably the bigger plan there is they want to play around making sure that Storm gets the DD, because this situation can happen right here. And a chance
it
for
certainly
a
could.
kill. Oh, not going to get there.
They can't make it.
Very well done by Warpton there to hold off the pressure with the Phantom's Embrace.
Yep, and right now, down in the bottom lane, there's more going on as they look to there's a bit of a train going on as the Death Prophet just tries to link up these heroes with the Spirit Siphons, but it doesn't look like she's going to be able to steal enough, and they'll be able to get this kill with relative ease. And now Hustler could be in a similar sticky situation, has a Shadow Walk available, but unfortunately there's Dust Up on the Enchantress, so no way out of this one for Hustler. He's just going to have to accept his fate as this Drow continues to dominate the bottom side of the map.
Scary stuff indeed. This Drow is going all out. Has the Dragon Lance queued up. There was an interesting change where the Shard now affects creeps. which could be kind of a unique way to like really amplify your farming potential from Drow. I don't know if they're going to go for it, considering it's relatively late, 20 minutes when you get it, but up top they kill on Bell. I mean, it might not even matter. I don't even know if this Drow needs to be here. This Timber is just carrying.
Yeah, for real. He is absolutely dominating this top lane. Really impressive stuff from Show right now as he continues to run down this Grimstroke. Is he going to stop?
No.
Is he going to stop? He's not stopping, Chief.
Literally never stopping. Oh my god.
Wow. What a Chad.
monster.
Oh, Troll. He's thinking about it right now. Meanwhile, Hustler falls again down towards the bottom lane as the Death Prophet in a similar sticky situation. She shall fall.
Wow. Yeah, and I mean, this is the danger now of having Drow and Enchantress, right? They're going to just tank up this tower with the creep and then take it down, as Mice already, he's good to go at this point. Do need to be careful about these rotations from Puck. This could be a nice kill for them if they set up for it, but I guess there isn't really a hero to follow up after the Puck coil. Like, what are you going to do? Like, bring in the troll or something? He TP'd back up top. It's not going to work.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. I'm very interested to see what they're able to do with this Drow.
Up top.
Okay, let's see. That does look like a very slow rolling thunder. Like, I didn't think I'd noticed the speed change there, but that's some Indiana Jones style boulder rolling at you.
Still squashes the in and Nomad. It's scary. It's a tough one.
Yeah. Can't escape it. Hey, what do you get from Haste Rune? It's 550 as well, right?
Radiant's middle tower
sure.
is under attack.
Sounds right.
I'll just accept that and move on.
Yeah.
I think so. It's pretty quick.
No, I'm just wondering how that matches up with the Rolling Thunder now. The
Dire's
Rolling
top
Thunder is down to
tower has
550 and Haste is 550, meaning you can't catch up with them. But then again, with a movement speed difference of 50, yeah, it could see some interesting things happen in the future. That's what I'm trying to say. Talking about interesting things down in the bottom lane, they're going to pop the Exorcism and try to put some pressure onto these heroes, but the Storm is in. They're going to first take down Kenji, which should be relatively easy to do so, but Mice is getting off a lot of shots onto the DP. In fact, she's just gone as the Timbersword turns up to his engagement, and now they're looking across to the Puck. He's going to be able to get off a phase shift, but not much more than that. Now the Grimstroke gets rolled down. Veteran, they slap back hard against the side of IMG.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. I mean, the thing, first of all, is like, you sort of had them go on two separate targets. The Puck went on the Storm to try and keep him from entering the fight, but that meant there wasn't anything at all to cover the Death Prophet and make sure she didn't die. And it's just a symptom of bringing more to the fight than IMG had to bring. They didn't have a troll that was there to be able to come in, and he's not in a position to fight right now. Their lineup just doesn't come online quick enough.
No, and now we're looking at the situation where everyone's kind of not feeling fantastic as, we'll hold the phone as they go onto the Puck, and my god, he just gets absolutely destroyed, and they're not stopping for the tier 2 tower, that's for sure. As they move in, the Grimstroke's going to be the next target. He shall fall. Hustler as well, dusted up, taken down. The aggression from Veteran here is mind-blowing.
This is, I mean, you just look at the two carries and what they're able to do, right? This Drow is 6-0 and 5. Troll has to just keep on AFK farming the small camp 0, 2, and 3. It's not necessarily like Bella's playing bad. It's just the difference in what these heroes can accomplish at this point in the game. Like, Mice has people to cover them, and then on top of that, you've got a lot of damage. Unreal. 5,000 gold lead now, 18-6. A really well-constructed draft from Veteran. And, Mice, he likes what he sees. Just laughing up.
Yep, and one thing as well, which is kind of catching me off guard in these fights, is how much work this Pangolier is doing. Like, Calais, he is a position 4 Pangolier. All he has is an Orb of Corrosion and Brown Boots, yet he's able to be one of these frontline heroes, find a huge amount of game impact, and just generally mess with the side of Veterans so much. Sorry, mess with the side of IMG so much on this bounty on this Pangolier. Like, I don't know, man. Like, Pangolier is just one of these heroes where some games you just get to kick off like this. Like, you get a decent amount of XP at the start, and all of a sudden, it's very hard for the enemy to do anything against you.
Right. Well, and I think that you compare that right now to Hustle and what's been going on for him. I think that miss kill on the Storm, it hurts so badly. You need to connect on that one, I think, if you want to have relevance in the game as a bounty hunter. Like, you still won bounty room, but it's just not big enough. It's not enough to be done at this point. And now you're in a situation where, yeah, you have track up, but I don't think you can find kills. Like, it's really hard to get on top of these heroes.
Mm-hmm. And you know, we're saying heroes which used to level stats.
Yeah.
Completely forgot about Drow. She was one of the #1 contenders for that stuff.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Are scanning.
I think that it's probably less good than it used to be with like having marksmanship now or the multi-shot now. That still feels really good.
Bell goes the TP away. He's gonna make it.
Jeez. Scary. Oh man, Kenji, he could have stomped it maybe. I think he took over that centaur. Oh no.
Yeah, I think he was over to the right-hand side a little bit, so wasn't quite in range to do so. I mean, he did TP in a really smart place. He ate a tree and then TP'd behind it, which is very nice.
Regardless, 18-6, and this early game pressured draft, taking advantage of the slightly greedier lineup
Dire's
coming from
top tower
IMG,
is
and
under
they
attack.
need to find out a way to sort of
Radiant's bottom
stop the
tower is
bleeding.
under attack.
And
Dire's structures
to be honest,
are
like I guess the best thing they could do here is try and bait out a rotation and fight in with Exorcism. We'll see if Veteran take the bait or not.
Yeah,
Radiant's
I just...
bottom tower
If
is
only they
under
had a
attack.
Hoodwink lyrical. If only they had a
Dire's
Hoodwink.
top tower is under attack.
Just need to keep on pushing that thought, projecting that thought into their head so we get to cast the first competitive Hoodwink game.
It's not
Because
gonna happen.
I
That
casted
hair's
the first
terrible.
competitive Mars
Dire's
game,
top
so...
tower has fallen.
I think it's terrible?
Yeah, you want the spree, right? You want the spree of heroes. Yeah, this here's terrible. Look at it, you just, you run around, you scurrying around. It's not a true valiant hero,
Radiant's
It's
middle
not a
tower
hero
is under
that
attack. Radiant
sort of
are scanning.
is I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
Jesus.
Dire's
Sounding a bit suspicious.
Who?
Meanwhile, Puck, oh my god, that's an orchid reveal from the Storm, and they just get both of them. The multi-shot takes them down. They didn't stand a chance. Veteran, they are just eliminating these IMG heroes whenever they see them. This is revenge for the best
Dire's
of
top
one
tower
at the
is
start of
under
the
attack.
tournament, and it's a dish best served cold.
Absolutely. I think that this is that situation now where you just need to try and bait out whatever ultis you can and then go with next Exorcism. And fight around the Roche Pit is the other big one. I mean, the unfortunate part, though, is that even fighting around the Roche Pit, like, it's not like Veteran have a bad team for that. We'll have to see how it goes. But yeah, back to Hoodwink, just terrible hero. Unbelievable.
Are you just trying to get people not to pick them in your
Dire's
pub games?
middle tower
Exactly. You've picked up on it.
Okay. Alright, I got your game.
Pick Drow
I
instead.
got your number.
It's the better hero.
Clearly. Well, I found it funny that we had so much Wind Ranger in the major, because people are clearly practicing for the recent release of Hoodwink.
That's right.
Dire's middle tower has
Not enough Aghanim Shard though afterwards. Oh my goodness gracious, the dive from deep downtown Gugu. Just taking no prisoners. Go in again. Impressive showing. It's like anywhere you show up on this map, they're just dead. I don't have a chance.
Yeah, man, Gugu, he might have the name of a baby, Gugu Gaga, but I mean, he's a full-grown man in this game, and he is smacking down IMG wherever they show themselves. I mean, yeah, look at Bell, like look at where he is, look at where he's farming.
It's true. And I mean, he gets double bounty rune though. All right, let's go.
All right.
They're each 63 gold. Is that the way that's supposed to work? Shouldn't one of them be better gold? Am I crazy? All right, regardless. Yeah. I'm crazy. Sounds good?
You're crazy, yeah.
Troll is dead. Gugu connects, gets the kill. Easy peasy.
Should we just record you saying that, Gugu Connect, get the kill, and then just kind of play that, and we can go grab a sandwich or something? Because that's like the storyline of this game. They're trying to play their Drow though here, as she's curled up, and they'll be able to get revenge on Hustler. Hustler buys back. They really want to try and make this fight happen here, but will they be able to do so is a question. Multi-shot from downtown, not enough to bring down Qua. And now Calais, he's in pretty deep. They can't let him get the swashbuckle over with the silences coming out from both the Puck and the Brimstroke. It might be enough to stop that happening, but now the big boys arrive, and they take down that Puck. Oh no, the TP, it was optimistic, and it's just not going to happen. Ultra kill for Gugu as he is now godlike on the storm.
Wow, and the 5-man tip on the captain. Yeah, that's a little rough right there. Look at the stylish moves there by the Storm Spirit, laying down on the ground, floating along. Yeah, I mean, it's just been tough. Like, this is one of the problems with taking that bounty hunter, I think, is that it does leave you open for just a rundown lane strat. Like, what are you going to do against this? There's really not that many options. And Hustler just dead again. They're going to pop Exorcism. This is not going to work. In fact, they're not careful. You might end up just being able to turn around on this, actually. Gugu.
Oh, the net.
No Aegis.
Beautiful net.
Okay.
Oh, no. He's gone. Drow as well. Also going to hit the deck. They'll move across to Kenji.
Has been killed.
Unreal. And just like that, the caster crits came out. They made it work. They made it work. They got their first track kill off of that, I think, as well.
I mean, that wasn't just caster cuss, you know. I'm seeing Twitch chat as well. They're chiming on this one as well, you know, already talking about the next game, but you can't count these guys out yet. There's a reason they've been storming through the upper bracket, the side of IMG. They can come back into this, and they're showing us that right now.
Well, and the biggest thing, too, with this is, like, you know, we always talk about comeback potential. It to the point where it becomes like a meme. But with Bounty Hunter, there actually is some very real comeback potential if you can start trading those kills and not losing objectives off the back of it. And that's what we saw right there. Like, look at this net worth swing, how much it's been in the last couple of minutes here. It's been huge.
Dire
He also.
are scanning.
Huh? Careful, Gua does not have a way out of there, and the silence comes out. God, he needs a way to deal with that silence.
Thank God. He actually spam bought his Yules just before he died. I was really worried because he was sitting on about 2.3k gold.
Got it.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to be regretting not going for the Yules before the Witchblade at this point, I would imagine.
Yeah, you would think so, at least.
But
Fight now. We'll see if it actually ends up being a fight, but it's probably just a free Roche taken. They do not have Exorcism, so yeah. They'll claim this one on the side of Veteran. And IMG just got to dodge away whenever possible. Maybe find some pickoffs. Pickoff-oriented heroes.
Radiant are scanning.
This game is going to be really hard for IMG to win, but high ground defense is the avenue to do it.
you know, I think this troll has defected. I think he's playing for the Radiant now, or at least he thinks he is, because I haven't seen him on the dire side of the map in a very long time. He's placed himself up even a little ward here just to give himself protection. Oh, he's got to be careful not to walk into the smoke. Clay gets popped. Bell,
Oh, they
he
think
knows
it's
he's
the
dusted
bounty.
now. He needs to hide. He didn't get the bounty inside that. Oh my goodness, 3 heroes just popped. They're just gone. They are out of here.
Yeah, this is
From the
devastating.
troll. Is he gonna make it?
Oh, no! They found him. Unreal. And now Bell. Oh, God. They're going to tip him afterwards. Like in the plays. Bell is going to fall, though. Veteran. Too crafty.
Yep. IMG, it really did feel like they were cooking up something special. But then Veteran, you know, they remind us this is a revenge game. There's no mercy being shown here from them.
Well, and I think the big thing again is like, I think in that situation you just need to let your troll die. It felt like they were coming in to try and take that fight because they had just like, you know, gotten Aegis. Maybe they felt like they had to use some stuff, but this lineup doesn't need to use anything to take the Aegis. And then they're fighting into Aegis Storm instead of on their high ground, out in the middle of the map, and it's just never going to work.
Yeah, you need to make really sure that you're making better use out of these exorcisms in the time of IMG. That is a time where you can fight. That is a time where you can feel stronger than the enemy team if you can keep that Death Prophet alive. But unfortunately, that has not been the case. Oh, I'm sorry, Lyrical. It hit 20 minutes. Drow had about 2.4k gold in the bank, but she didn't go for that shard. She went for the BKB instead.
Boring.
Oh,
Don't like
Hustler.
Oh, silence. Face
He
down.
doesn't care. He's got nades. He gets rid of that silence just as quickly as it gets onto him in the puck. He has got a Yules now, but doesn't even chance to get enough of the Broomstruck actually working against him there to hold the Pangolier still on top of that poor puck, locking him down and getting him killed off.
And as is the story of this game, poor old Bell, he just has to be somewhere else. He can't be involved in these fights. He won't do anything for his team at this point. You know, whether that's through, you know, intention or actual ability to do it at this point, it's, you know, it's one and the same. It's just too tough. They're too strong. And you got a freaking Eternal Shroud and a Plate Mail on this Timbersaw. What are you supposed to do? It's a Troll Warlord. There's just nothing left.
hate to be the bearer of bad news, Lyrical, but there are no tier 2s up for the side of IMG. So whilst this troll might not want to come home, he's not going to have much of a choice unless he wants to be playing into Mega Creeps, which, spoiler, he doesn't.
Yeah, nobody wants to be playing into Mega Creeps. And we'll see what they end up doing with this one. The jump forward finds the Grimstroke. Silence afterwards.
Can they punish?
Down low, but Aegis still in hand. They jump in, find another kill. They come back in with the troll, but they can't bring him down yet.
This might be good, though. The Death Prophet's in with the coil. She's healing up with all of these Spirit Siphons coming through. I mean, they're taking down one, and they've got the first life of Gugu here. Gugu, though, he's just trying to fight up into this one, gets rid of that Phantom's Embrace, jumping in, jumping out, playing around this one as Bell gets killed off the backlines, but down goes the Timbersaw at least. Now the DP making himself away, but unfortunately, this Storm is completely unchecked right now. Gugu gets a double kill, and even jumping into the fountain. Oh, no.
What in the hell? This man has lost his mind. It's legitimately insane. Okay. That's a way to throw a game.
The TP thing into the fountain where you like TP home while zipping, but unfortunately Hustler just shurikened him. Read him like a book.
Did he click on the mini map? Like, that's the only thing that I could think of besides just like looking for style points. Right? Like,
no, it was style points. Like he wanted to zip in and TP out at the same time. You know, he was he was TPing mid zip like you do when you're pushing out waves from your own fountain.
But I mean,
Pure
he could have
style
like
points. Super cocky.
R right or left click on like map or something, and I'm giving him the most charitable opinion possible besides the one where he just like threw the game away a little bit there.
Like he thought that they wouldn't react is what happened there, but he was wrong. Coil out. There's no Storm for another 3 seconds here. They might be tempted to go for this one, but without Exorcism, it could be very difficult.
Yeah, this is tough. I mean, again, you look at this situation, right?
Oh, no troll.
Oh, is he dead? Yeah, he's in some trouble.
A little bit. A little bit.
Doesn't quite have that BKB completed yet. I mean, we'll see how this goes. Again, like, Bounty Hunter's the comeback hero if you can make it work, but it's feeling tough.
Just want to point out that the Rolling Boulder sound ends after 8 seconds, so you've got 2 seconds of silence after Rolling Boulder.
Perfect.
Rolling Thunder, sorry, gets towards the end.
I am very about that. That's great. But, well, Storm is back in with the crew. 4 heroes tracked up, but no chance for a kill. Looking for the catch there onto both. Will they find the finish? They go, but the BKB is out already from the Drow. All that damage is going to be so limited. And Exorcism, that was worn out as well. They managed to find the kill on the Death Prophet. Veteran looking strong in this game number 1 as they try and close this one out. And IMG just didn't stand a chance.
One last fight. What can they do? There comes a troll. Oh, he's on top of the Storm Spirit. Storm, he needs some help, and he's not getting it. His team are actually bailing on him here, so IMG are going to get a chance to play this one out, but what can they do? They're actually trying to turn it around onto the DP inside that coil. The Drow, she is going to be able to get herself actually out to the side of it. And now the DP's still in some trouble, actually, as the Timsal's going to be able to eat her up. Bell just trying to get on top of the Drow, trying to bring her down, but she turns around, slowing with Frost Arrows. They've run out of catch. They've run out of tools on the side of IMG. Can they get anything here? It's a troll who falls, and it looks like the puck is going to be heading the same way. They've got the vision now. They'll bring them all down. They don't get the Drow. Go on, buddy. Go on, Grimstroke. I believe. Take down the Drow. He doesn't have the damage. Oh, no.
And GG is called with the Show TI Ultra Kill. Yeah, Veteran, 2 good stuff, and Mice, he stands alone.
It was the grand chase. It was a great way for the game to end. You know, they really, really wanted that Drow kill, and if they got it, then, you know, yeah, they still would have been in a huge, huge pickle, but yeah, they're having some fun with it at the end there.
Absolutely. The team Veteran looking very happy, all back in their homes with the results for sure. So impressive showing from them. Yeah, I mean, I think that it just, in a way, felt like a bit of an outdraft.
I know what you're saying by that. Like, you know, it definitely feels like when the lanes go this convincingly, you know, you think, how could these heroes have ever won their lanes? But